Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, the laws of the universe, okay, the universal mind, the laws of the universal mind, which are one and the same, and how to reach your fucking dreams. So we're not here just to study this. We're here also to apply it. There's a difference between professors. I'm not saying all of them. There's some professors who just study the history of it and they enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that, but they don't go out and speak out on the injustices in the politics because they know the history of it, and so they don't go out and warn people about it and educate the people about it. Education is very important. So here we're both applying and learning, okay? Because the world belongs to the action takers. All right, so we're gonna go over The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. Shin. I have the what's called the collected works of it. The last series we did the Edinburgh lectures on mental science. Okay, so if you like that series, make sure to get the book. I'll put the link below here on Amazon so you can get it if you haven't got it. It's a great book. It's very logical, very philosophical. The author was Thomas Troward. He was a judge. So judges have to have a lot of education. So they do typically a lot of philosophy as their undergrad. And then when they're studying to be a lawyer, then they study law, which is like a master's program, depending on what school you go to. Sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. It just depends. And it's also, if it's shorter, usually more intense. Usually the studies are more intense. If it's longer, usually longer. You have a longer time to study. Either way, let's get started. We're gonna talk about chapter 1, the game. Okay, this is a really good one, really good chapter. This is essentially the basics of how to live life. It's all encapsulated in this chapter. So I'm gonna go over it. But before we get started, number 1, ask yourself, are you ready to learn? And number 2, are you ready to be the highest version of yourself? If you are not, do not continue watching. Change this, go watch something else. For those of you who are ready to learn and be the highest version of yourselves to reach the desires that are calling at your heart, metaphorically speaking, step forward and let's get started. Okay. So the main points here that I'm going to go over are the subconscious mind and the superconscious mind. Okay. For the purposes of this video, the conscious mind is you. Okay, is you. Let's just say that. And then subconscious and the superconscious is the creative force. Okay, the creative power. Still within you. Okay, but let's just to separate these operations because they operate differently. Now, second thing we're talking about is the divine plan. 3, how to remove fear. 4, warnings of the words that you say, the jokes that you say, and the self-talk. Okay, this is basically the self-talk that you have. We're gonna talk about the warnings of that, and the positive, of course, positive. And I'm gonna share an affirmation that she shares that is very, very powerful. Okay, that was gonna. You gotta repeat these affirmations over and over and over again to get the results. I've actually grown like an inch or two since I've been saying a affirmation. It's called, whatchamacallit? It's called my baby is playing with her. This is a little plastic. She knows that I'm gonna throw it. Baby, go. I just didn't want her to drop the camera. So the affirmations have to be said. There's one that I have right now. Let me see if I've memorized it. Yeah, I now express. Okay, I now express the divine plan in my mind, body, and affairs. Okay. Quote, I now let the divine plan express in my mind, body, and my affairs. And so my body's been changing. I'm a little taller now, okay? When you have these experiences, these metaphysical experiences, you really understand that we're living like in a simulation. It's a game. In my meditation today, I know I'm living the highest version of myself because in my meditation, I got a message saying, life is a game, okay? Know how to play. Life is like a game because we have to act. We're actors. We're just consciousness, and whatever we want, we must act like it. Okay? We must act like it. See, when I got this message through my intuition, it was more like of a feeling like, oh, okay, I have a feeling like I feel like life is a game. And then another message, my conscious mind kind of created it into like, it's like a game because we're just having fun and we're acting. We're just acting what we want. Okay. Now I'm going to share a little bit of the subconscious mind, getting into the first point, which is whatever you say and whatever you feel, whatever you visualize. Okay. So we just talked about word, feeling, and images. Whatever you do in conjunction of all that, it will be manifested. Okay. I think she says something to this effect. I want to share if it does say that. Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in minutest detail. Okay. And so you can use the imagination or you can use your feeling. This is what I visualized and this manifested yesterday. So for the past couple of games for the Lakers, I'm a big Laker fan. I was visualizing myself having a baddie, having a beautiful girl right here. Oh man, she is beautiful as fuck. Next to me. So when I'm watching the game, I like sit to the side, make sure that there's enough room, and I sit on the side, depending on wherever I'm on the couch, and I'm like, I'm not seeing anybody, right? I'm just like kind of talking to myself in my head or verbally, and I say, I feel somebody here. I feel like a baddie here. And I tell myself, how do I feel now that I have a baddie right here watching the game with me? And I'm like, it feels natural. It feels like it is what it is, and I feel good or I feel relief. Just depends. Every time I ask myself that question, it kind of changes a little bit sometimes. So, but mostly it's just like relief. You'll feel like happiness and relief, or just, deep relief, whatever it is. And then, bam, knocks on my door. So I had texted her to come over, knocks on my door. Hey, I'm here. Okay, come in. Have a drink. When you want a beer, juice, soda, water, tea. And she ended up getting a beer and some water, and we were just chilling. We're just chilling, watching the game. Am I surprised? No. But I'm like, of course. When she was here, I'm like, of course she's here. Of fucking course. I was visualizing this for I don't know how long I was visualizing it for. So, and I didn't visualize like specifically. I just felt it. I'm like, I just feel somebody here. And then I asked myself, how do I feel now that I have a baddie right here next to me watching the game? It feels good. It feels like a relief. It feels good and relief, at least for me. I had her, we kissed, I had her legs on me. So yeah, that's how you can manifest. That's how you manifest shit. Was I surprised? No. Am I surprised by the good that happens to me? No, because I'm visualizing it and I'm feeling it. So you can visualize it or you feel it. I'm going to repeat the quote again. Quote, whatever man feels deeply, or woman, or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in the minutest details. I added the it just sounded better for me. So we had to do this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until it manifests. Okay, keep on doing it, and it's easy when you know what you like. Okay, there's something that I wanted to share. It's easy to know what you want because you desire it. You feel like you lack it at first, but because you know the law, because you're watching me, you'll manifest it. You'll start feeling it like you already have it now. I wrote right here. Feeling is sufficient. It suffice. Just feeling is suffice. You can feel rich. You can feel healthy. You can feel right here. Yourself in a loving relationship. Okay. Next point. The divine plan. When you desire something, it comes up to you like, oh shoot. Sometimes you get scared of it. You're like, oh man, that's too good to be true. No, that's your divine plan. Like again, like I read in the Kabbalah, your desire is from God. You don't choose what you like. You know, it's just, it was given to you. Okay. And you can choose if you want to manifest it or not. And now your divine plan, you have the tools now to manifest it. So you can manifest your deepest desires, your divine plan. Okay, it's those ideas that, oh, that's too good to be true. I can't be with such a beautiful woman or a man, you know, this type of man. Yes, you can. If you desire it, yes, you can. Not just feel like you have it already. Just like I manifested the baddie coming over to watch the game. I live heaven on earth. And you can too. Okay? The next step, so divine plan, how to remove fear. So now if you're doubting, what, I don't think I can do it. I'm scared. You're all scared about it, right? Or worried or whatever. Just some type of negative feeling. Oh, what if my parents, what if my friends say this and that? Like, who gives a fuck? Go after what you want, okay? But you're feeling negative, so let's talk about how you remove that. You remove it with an affirmation and the understanding of the law. My master, Bob Proctor, who opened the doors for me, he and God opened it to me as well, but he was the one who's kind of like guided me on the physical. He said, know that knowledge and creates understanding. Understanding creates ease and relaxation causes acceleration and manifestation. Okay, of the positive. Ignorance, not reading, not studying this information, not studying the wisdom and the laws of the universe and the universal mind, okay, causes fear, anxiety, depression, and deceleration, decay, and death. Okay? One is life, one is death, one is knowledge, one wisdom, one is ignorance. You choose, okay? You choose. And I know which one you chose because you're fucking right here. Fuck yeah, let's do this shit. Okay, so here's a quote that she shares, and I'm gonna share the one that I did. Okay, to remove fear. She writes, "Why worry? It will probably never happen." And this comes from a little story where some dude saw a sign, and so he got it, and he put it up on his wall. Yeah, he saw it. He saw a sign that hung on a wall, printed in large letters, and then he remembered that quote, and it just took the fear away from him. And the thing was that this is what she writes: these words were stamped indelibly upon his subconscious mind, and he now has a firm conviction that only good can come into his life. Therefore, only good can manifest. So I took that message and I changed it. And I wrote, only good things manifest in my life. Only good things manifest in my life. See? Her explanation, I turned it into an affirmation. You can see me smiling now. I feel good now. Only good things manifest in my life. So I use that affirmation. So you can use one of either or. Okay, so I gave you 2 ways. One way is understanding the law, you know. One way is kind of a way of life, learning and applying. Okay, because knowledge turns into understanding, understanding turns into calmness, and calmness turns into acceleration, acceleration to creation, and you know, a good life. And you affirm these over and over again. Don't just affirm it once. You could be like this guy, maybe just affirm it once and it just boom changes. I only affirm that affirmation, the quote, I now express the divine plan in my mind, body, and affairs, like a few times, and like I grew, and like I'm changing. I know, I feel it, literally, physically. So I probably had to change a little bit in my physicality. That's why I saw that. I see things closer to me, like the roofs. I see them closer to me. I'm like, what the hell? Damn, I got taller. What the fuck? But it makes sense because it's the divine plan. That was my divine plan. All right. Next thing. Warning: jokes and words. Your self-talk. Have positive self-talk, because if you give yourself negative self-talk, you make jokes and stuff about being poor or sick or things like that, it's gonna be impressed in your subconscious fucking mind. And when it gets impressed in the subconscious mind, it's gonna manifest. It's gonna knock on the door just like the baddie came into my house and watched the game with me. It's gonna knock on your door. Okay? But you can change it. You can revert this. Whenever you have a negative thought, just go next. Start doing gratitude. Or read the affirmation that removes fear. Okay? Like the one that I shared. Quote, only good things manifest in my life. Only good things manifest in my life. I'm going to say that one over and over today. That's going to be the quote of the day. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. Make sure you follow my Instagram. It's M1 official. M.1.official. EM.1 ONE.official. I gotta adjust it here. I just haven't been. I always upload it using my phone. I don't upload my laptop, and that's the only way you can go on to change your Instagram, because I have the old one on the one right now. But I'll do that if I get time right now. Okay. So that is the warning. Okay, don't joke. Don't talk about fucking being in a negative state. Okay, always positive, because the subconscious mind doesn't know if it's a joke or not. Okay, same with the images. Don't imagine things that you don't want to manifest. If you imagine them, they just come in your mind. Say next, and then affirm. Affirm a positive affirmation. All right. And here's an affirmation that I want to share that she gives us, and it's a really good one. I'm not going to change it. Quote, I now smash and demolish by my spoken word every untrue record in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of their native nothingness. For they came from my own vain imaginings. I now make my perfect records through the Christ within, the records of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. Okay. This is the square of life. And here she's talking about not impressing, negative images, fear, negative self-talk in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is always listening. It's like your little friend that's like has a little notepad. What'd you say? Let me write that down for you. She says every cough, every sigh, every whatever, it's writing it down. Whatever's going on is writing it down. She calls it a like a CD, right? It's like a CD, and a phonographic plate. She calls it. She's from the early 1900s, so she calls it a phonographic plate. Let's call it a just an assistant. An assistant's right there on a Word doc or Google Doc writing everything. And then she's gonna go. It's an order. She's writing the orders for you. But the good thing is that you got to do these over and over again for it to manifest. So if it's a negative thing, you can change it. And positive vitality, energy, positive energy is more powerful than the negative. 100 times more. As soon as you smile, as soon as you feel relief, you've overcome it. So continue on you doing these practices, whether it's just feeling affirmations, because then they give you the feeling, or the visualization practices. Okay, so now we're gonna go into visualizing. Those are all the points that we went. So let's do it. Let's actually do a practice one with the feeling, just the feeling, okay? And I want you to commit yourself. Do this for 30 days of the thing that you want, okay? Shout out House of Vibration. She always challenges her students. What is it? Money? Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it health? What is it? Money, love, or health? Or, you know, perfect self-expression. Maybe you want to express yourself in a certain way, more confidence, whatever it is. Pretend that you already have it. Just feel it. Feel like you have it already. All right. So I'm going to do mine too right now. Okay. So close your eyes. And I'll ask yourself, how do I feel now that I fill in the blank? Run the image or the feeling. The feeling, only the feeling. Feel like you have it. Should have a feeling. How do I feel now that I have? That's the feeling. Just hold on to the feeling. Just feel it. Now run it again. So close your eyes. You know, make sure your eyes are closed. See, be in that place, but more focus on the feeling more, right? Like, be at that place of where you already have it, so you could kind of use a little bit of the visualization, but you're not focused on the vision, right? It's there. The vision is there, okay? Without a doubt, there has to be like some sort of vision or kind of vague understanding, you know. You're at a place because this is in time and space, right? So you're in the spirit, and you have that place in mind, and you have that thing or person. How does it feel? Now you can affirm it. Oh, I feel blank. Just sit in that feeling, okay? Now do it for the whole month of May, because it's going to be May pretty soon. Do it for the whole month of May. And it will manifest, okay? It will manifest. Just do it just commit yourself for the whole month of May, okay? You live heaven on earth because you are bringing forth your deepest desires, which is the divine plan, okay? Which is you and God talking, okay? You and God talking. You have the tools. You can just feel it or visualize it now, which we just did, and it will manifest. So that dream life will manifest, okay? I love you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like liking it, if you feel like commenting, if you feel like subscribing. Until next time, I love you. Peace. And if somebody came to mind, share it with them. You'll be saving their life. You'll be giving them more life.